to do. You know they find it dead with a Smith and Wesson. 6 weeks and change now. Hearing me, why so much violence? Too much violence, it hurts my soul, and I won't keep silent. Circumstances made me what I am. That was his reply, I cry. Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should know. May sound strange, might look foolish, but things ended it better. Every day another fall victim to the beretta. Why is there so much violence? Killing me one another. Let us learn to love and let that light shine brighter. Bad influence who influence the youth and get slaughtered. As bad man used to be, them respect the father. It's like no eyes don't realize that times get harder. I thought a night with all my might and still is laughter. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. And everyone should know now. And when I try to cope, tell myself there is hope. It seems like the biggest joke. And as I put down the gun, collateral must run. I know employment can't come. And me a think about cool one go back in a school. The system lick me. There's no hope for those who have not from the slum. Take the little much we have, still until we done. Only we show some love, only we get back some now. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. Every man should know. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man?
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Good afternoon. You are listening to The Proven Truth. You are listening to The Proven Truth with your brother and host, Anthony Brown, coming to you live from the studio of Radio Gumbo Creole here in the beautiful territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. It's a beautiful day, family. It's a beautiful day here. The sun is shining, the skies are blue, the birds are singing. It's a beautiful day. It's a hot one too. It's a hot one too, my brothers and sisters. So you guys need to be mindful of the heat. Look, we are living in a temperate zone. This is not the tropics. We are living in a temperate zone. This is not the tropics. You know what I mean? In the tropics, look, the temperature outside could be like, look, in the triple digits, could be 100 degrees. But you got that cool mountain breeze, my brothers and sisters, hitting you. You feel what I'm talking about? Here in the temperate zone is not like that. It's mucky, it's sticky. You know what I mean? Every now and then you got that cool tropical like breeze that does come around. And to be honest with you, just to share something with you, my brothers and sisters, again, you know we are all family. That's one of the reasons why I like or I love Louisiana so much, because of that semi-tropical feeling. You feel what I'm talking about? That semi-tropical feeling? Again, brothers and sisters, welcome. You are listening to The Proven Truth. Today is, what was today? What do you call it? Memorial Day? Today is Memorial Day. It's a day when most Americans support or remember the contribution that person that was enlisted in the military who sacrificed, you know, the life for liberty, for justice, or at least the perception of justice as it relates to some of us. People who recognize people who fought in World War I, World War II, and all those different man-made wars, those different political wars, those different heads of state war. You know, we're celebrating Memorial Day, and we are remembering these people who fought and lost the life, and rightfully so. However, when you look at it from our perspective, through our spectacles, we recognize the fact that these wars, or these people who went and fight these wars, didn't went and fight these wars because they started it, or because they had actually, let's say, an interest, a personal interest in the war as it relates to the issue that originally started the war. Let me explain it a little bit before any critics come this side. When you enlist in the army, when people normally enlist in the army, once you're enlisted or once you're drafted in the army, there is a structure by which, or a chain of command by which you have to abide by or follow. Okay? So, if you are tasked, or if there's a war, being a member of the military or the armed forces, you have to go out in the name of, under the authority of your country or the military powers that be, and fight that war. Now, for most part, a lot of these wars, my brothers and sisters, could be avoided. But a lot of these wars was created or started because of a selected few people. A selected few see it financially beneficial to them to start a war, and that's the truth about it. A selected few. A lot of these wars were started because one person or one group of person wanted something that another country had, and they think that the only way they can get it is through exercising their military might. We don't have to look very far. All we have to look is what happened in Iraq when we went there, because there was weapon of mass destruction. So we went there, and because Saddam Hussein was this terrible bad guy, all of a sudden he was a terrible guy. He wasn't for decades raining atrocity on his people or committing atrocity as the mainstream media would tell you. It's just all of a sudden now he's such an extremely bad guy. So he wasn't a bad guy yesterday, but he was a bad guy today. And because he's a bad guy today, now we have to go. And now he have a weapon of mass destruction that we here in America could have verified that we here in America went and tell the United Nations, Mr. Powell. Now, well, you know something, I'm not going to knock General Powell. You know why? Because when he recognized that he was a mere puppet for the political elite, when General Powell recognized that he was a puppet, or he was used as a puppet for the political elite, Bush, Cheney, and their crony friends, he stepped away and declared his hand to the American people and to the world and said, I was misinformed. The information that was given to me was false, and the information that I presented to the American people and to the world was based off a falsehood. So we have to give it to General Powell for doing that. Okay? So that's what I'm talking about when I say people go to war not because they have any personal input. We're not going to war, or these wars that was being fought wasn't being fought because people from other countries was coming to America and, let's say, taking away your property, right, and going back to their country, or people from other countries wasn't coming here, taking food off of your table, taking it to their country and feeding their family. That was why we were fighting. We wasn't fighting because people was actually coming into this country, taking away work, and taking that work into their country. So we had a personal fight. No, we were, and because they did that, it created a friction between we and them. No, we went to war because we have politicians, heads of state, who tell us, look, we utilize our resources, we utilize our intelligence community and our intelligence department, and in doing so, we gather certain intel, and the intel tell us A, B, C, D, when in factuality that was false, misleading, lie, not true. So that's how we end up going to war, off of the premise that here in this case we have Saddam Hussein all of a sudden became a bad guy and went and a weapon of mass destruction, which up to today we cannot prove it. That's one war. We have a war. We end up, again, you don't have to look very far. Look at the worst president that this country have ever seen. The worst president that this country have ever seen, Barack Hussein Obama. Barack Hussein Obama, the first so-called black president. History, when the history books is written, this is what the history books is going to say. Here stand Barack Hussein Obama, the first African American president of the United States. That's it. Nothing more. Here we have Hussein Obama. He did not send troops. He did not send troops, and this is his argument. He did not send troops underground. What Barack did was to send what we call drones all over the Middle East. Right? So he didn't cause human casualty on the sides of the American troops. He did not do that. Right? He sent drones, manned guided missile into Pakistan all over, right? And eradicate, devastate, murder, kill all people, women and children. That's what he did. Right? Under the disguise again of some inherent evil. So, my brothers and sisters, as I'm saying, don't get it twisted or misconstrued what I'm saying. We recognize this day as a day that we have patriots here in America who went out and gave their lives, sacrificed their lives for justice, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. We give these people credit. They deserve it, whether misguided or not. Whether misguided or not. Again, understand the principle. Once you are a member of the armed forces, once that marching order comes down from the colonel, the battalion commander, or from the president of the United States, you have no chance, you have no say in the matter, unless, yes, let's back up. You can say, look, I'm not going to war. You can say that. Yes, you can say that. But understand the concept that being an enlisted person, what's going to happen, you're going to face court-martial. But away from those who have that will to stand up against the so-called might and the power of the military and the armed forces, the vast majority have to move to the marching order when that order come down. So, in that breath, in that light, we give these people, we honor these people for the sacrifice. We recognize and their families for the sacrifice that and the hardship and the emotional thing that they persevere through too as well. All right. Now that was a very long monologue. Family, you are listening to The Proven Truth. You are tuned into The Proven Truth with your brother and host Anthony Brown, coming to you live from the studio of Radio Gumbo Creole here in the beautiful territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. Again, to participate in the program, you can call us at 504-303-8922. Again, to participate in the program, you can call us here at 504-303-8922. To listen to us, you can listen to us by dialing 712 from your device, 432-7883. You can also listen to us via the web by going to www.radiogumbocreole.net. That's radiogumbocreole.net. We live stream this and every show on the Facebook. You can check us out on the Facebook by going to Anthony Brown for Assessor 2017. You can participate there, you can ask a question, you can become a live guest on the Facebook. We also live stream this show on the YouTube. We also live stream on the YouTube. You can check us out on the YouTube by going to The Proven Truth. That's THEPROVEN Truth, TRUTH, The Proven Truth, with your host Anthony Brown. Likewise for my YouTube family, much love to my YouTube family. You guys can do the same. You guys can shoot your questions via YouTube. You guys can I'm not sure how you go about accepting or becoming participating away from asking question or posting a question on YouTube. I think you can. I'm personally not savvy when it comes on to that, but we are live streaming on YouTube and you can participate on YouTube as well. Brothers and sisters, okay, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessing of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America, the United States of America Constitution. All governments of rights originates with the people, is founded on their will alone, and is instituted to protect the rights of the individual and for the good of the whole. Its only legitimate ends are to secure justice for all, preserve peace, protect the rights, and promote the happiness and general welfare of the people. My brothers and sisters, to our listening audience all over the Caribbean, here in the United States of America, we have what is known as a constitution. And What is a constitution? A constitution is a written document. It's a written document that we, the people of the United States, created for a group of people who we call elected officials. And those elected officials are members of an organization that we call or an entity that we in America here call government. Now, for my listening audience all over America, for my listening audience within America, this information I know that you already know, right? I know that I'm only refreshing your memory. I know that. Give me a minute. I'm talking right now to the people who don't know. I'm talking to our brothers and sisters all over the diaspora, all through the Caribbean. That's who we're talking to. I know that you right here in America know. Follow me. So, to my brothers and sisters out there in the Caribbean, and where else you may be listening to this broadcast, because I've been told, I'm not sure. Look, I'm not tooting my horn or nothing. Don't look. I've been told that we have an audience or a small audience in Europe. I'm not sure how true that is. I didn't verify it for myself as yet, but wherever else you may be listening, we have 50, the last time I checked, 50 territories that forms this union that we call, or this body we call the United States of America. Back in the early late 1700s, after the Revolutionary War, a group of people, a group of men, patriots you want to call them, the founding fathers, whatever you want to call them, meet in Philadelphia, and they created a document. Cut a long story short, after some time it was ratified and the document was referred to, or is the Constitution to the United States of America. This document, my brothers and sisters, was created not for we, the people, not for the people of America. It was not created for we, the people. We, the people, did not draft this document for ourselves. We, the people, did not draft this document because we didn't have nothing to do and we just think that we're going to draft a document. We, the people of the United States, draft this document, draft this contract, draft this constitution for a group of people over there that we call government. Government. So we create this entity because we recognize that, look, on a day-to-day basis, we're going to be doing what we choose to do. But at the same time, we recognize that there is certain things that we want a group of people, or like you can call them first responder if you choose to. So we want to ensure that if there's a threat to us internally, right? We have people in government that will be monitoring any type of threat that will come from the outside to us, to harm us. So we create this entity we call it government. Then we create elected official, or we put some people to run the government, and we call these people elected official. We then drafted this document we call the Constitution. And in this document, the United States Constitution, what we did was to say, look, this is the authority. If you become a member of government and you are not sure what your job, your responsibility, your portfolio is, you can look no further than the Constitution, period. That's why we draft this document, the Constitution. We also, as it relates to the United States Constitution, adopt or impose in that document what we refer to as amendments. Amendments to the Constitution. Now, within the United States Constitution, we put these amendments, again, my brothers and sisters, so that these politicians would know. Let's go to the document. Let's go to the document. We put these amendments in the United States Constitution so that these politicians would know that, look, during the course of you conducting yourself as a public official, there is certain rights, privilege that we the people don't give up, that we the people all are secure, that we the people don't want you to trample upon while you are conducting your business, or a matter of fact, conducting our business. Shit. That's the problem now. We have politicians out there, or elected officials out there right now doing their business, working off of their will, and not the will of we the people. That's why we're having so much corruption and so much criminal conduct and malfeasance in office right now. So, in the United States Constitution, we outline to these politicians, these elected officials, under the amendments, what our rights are. Look, we couldn't name to them all of our rights because we can't do that. We would still be naming what our rights are today if we was to name all the rights that we the people retain for ourselves. Our rights is what we look. Don't ask Anthony bro what my rights is, no. Nobody can ask me, Anthony, what tell me something. No, look, my rights, the rights that I proclaim today, may be different come tomorrow. You see, I'm talking about the rights that I proclaim today may be different come tomorrow. And a day today, my rights differ. Different than how I'm feeling. No goddamn book or no politician can tell me what my rights is. But let's stick to the topic, my brothers and sisters. So, briefly, my brothers and sisters, let me read to you from the United States Constitution the first three. The first one, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people to peacefully assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievance. Let me tell you something, man. We the people of the United States are smart and witty. We ain't fool, we ain't dummies, we ain't no buffoons. right off the bat, we are telling elected officials, we have the right to open our mouth and speak truth. You cannot stop us from speak. You cannot stop us to put written documents out there if we want to. If it offend you, so what? We don't care about you. If it offend you, that's our right. And you cannot trample on our right. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to trample on your boss's right? With your arrogant self. Let's go to no. Again, we the people are smart and witty. So here we have Amendment 1 telling our employees that when it comes on to religion, freedom of speech, and the right to assemble, and the right for a redress of grievances, you cannot take that away from us. We have a right to come to any government agency or government elected official and say, look, we need to talk to you. You are doing something that is wrong. We need to sit down and speak. Amendment number 2. You about to talk about the Second Amendment? You about to talk about the Second Amendment? This is what the Second Amendment says. A well-regulated militia, comma. Now look, forget about the militia for a while. Forget about the militia. Because you got some people who go to this institution of higher indoctrination and have and form a part of that special club you call the Bar Association. We'll tell you that, look, the Second Amendment only refers to the militia as we know it. And to them we say, kiss our black. Being necessary to secure, being necessary, the security of a free state, comma, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. What did the latter say? What did the latter say? The right of the people to keep and bear arms. Now, you know, look, the topic today is specific. However, I'm just running through this briefly just because I want to set or establish a foundation. We are at this point coming to you from the United States Constitution. We're going to be hitting the United Constitution in a minute. But this is what I want my brothers and sisters to understand. This document, the Constitution, the United States Constitution, and the Constitution to whichever territory you are living in, is not ambiguous. It's plain, it's simple. It's verbatim. If you should read this document to a 5-year-old, that 5-year-old would comprehend what that document is saying. Now, what is so ambiguous, or what is so hard for you to understand or to interpret when the Second Amendment says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed? You know what the word infringe mean? Did it says anything here that the right of the people to conceal carry or to open carry shall not be infringed? Where those terminologies come from? concealed carry and open carry and all that crap. Where that crap come from? Show it to me in the Constitution, and you can come and talk to me about open carry and conceal. I don't give a rat's ass about open carry or conceal or concealed carry. What did the Constitution say? It says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Period. The Third Amendment. No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. Now, my brothers and sisters, this is, and I think the last time we checked, we was up to something like 27 or 20, I think around 27 amendments to the United States Constitution that deals with the right of the people. Now, the amendment deals with the right of the people, or the amendment informs the elected official of the rights that they cannot infringe on, or that the rights that the people hold secret. Look, to me that's simple. To me that is simple. Now, let's put, as a matter of fact, again, to my brothers and sisters out there in the Caribbean. So, as you can see, or as you can hear, the Constitution is the document that we the people use to lay out to government their authority. We use the Constitution to lay out the authority for government, for public officials, telling them how long they can serve, what they can do on behalf of we the people, what they can do under the authority of the United States, what they cannot do, things that they can and cannot do. That's what the United States document is. So, just so everybody have a fundamental basis of where we're going with this. Now, that's what we call the federal level. Okay? Each territory, as in the territory of Louisiana, have its own constitution. Now, it is our belief, and it is our argument that we have elected officials here in the territory of New Orleans, Louisiana, that don't give one red cent about the Louisiana Constitution. We have politicians here in the territory of New Orleans who was bold enough to tell us, we the people, we're talking about Harold G. Criminal Williams, the person calling himself the Orleans Parish Tax Assessor, that he don't give one red ass about the Louisiana Constitution. And there is no outcry. There is no outcry from no other public official here in the territory of New Orleans nor Louisiana about the comments that what Harold G. Williams said, or the document that's what Harold G. Williams sent out to we the people. Then you have to ask yourself, why? Why here in New Orleans you can have one elected official with the galls to tell we the people that he does not care about the Constitution, property rights law, nor the meaning of words, and no other elected official from no other branch of government says nothing about it. Why do you think no one else says anything about it? Let me tell you. Because, like Errol G. Williams, they totally disregard the rule of law. They totally disregard or despise the Louisiana Constitution. They have no regard for the rule of law nor the Constitution. None. And we are speaking about people in all branches, the legislative branch, the executive branch, and the judicial branch. None of these elected officials here in the territory of Louisiana respect nor honor the Constitution as it is written. Here we have Bernard J. Johnson, the Chief Justice of the Louisiana Supreme Court. That's her title. She is the Chief Justice. And the only time, no, 2 times. 2 times that we, the people, know of, that she quote or relied on the Louisiana Constitution. The first time was when her little black ass was supposed to be or appointed as Chief Justice, and her peers told her, no, it's not your turn. Go sit your ass down and wait until we say it's your turn. She came out crying with tears in her eyes. Tears crying to the people of Louisiana, to the people of New Orleans, to the grassroots community, telling us because I'm a lady, because I'm a woman, and because I'm black, crying, telling us that the Constitution, the Louisiana Constitution, authorized her to be the next Louisiana Chief Justice. However, because she's black, that's the race card right there, and because she's a woman, that's the gender card right there, they don't want to give it to her. You feel what I'm saying? What did she rely on? The Constitution. Alright? That was the first time. The second time, she, as the Chief Justice, after she went through the legal battle, filed writ in the federal court, and she prevailed after she came to us in the grassroots community, and we championed on her behalf, and she prevailed. Then she went and did a State of the Judiciary address to the Louisiana legislature, right? And during this annual address, she quoted from the Louisiana Constitution and its authority as it relates to the judiciary, that all judges in the territory of Louisiana, no matter what way our political wind is blowing, the way the political wind is blowing, must abide by the Constitution. Okay? No. When it came time for her, when we the people submit a writ to the Louisiana Supreme Court, telling her that the Constitution is being violated by other political cronies here in the territory of New Orleans, by other for-profit company. What did she do? She turned her back not only on we the people, but on the very same document that she came to us in the beginning and cried that they was violating when it came to her. You see the hypocrisy? We have a governor here in the territory of Louisiana by the name of John Crooked Bell Edwards. This governor, like all other politicians, you know, again, no politician is special. They is special. Not one single politician is special. They're working on our behalf. We give them a job. If it wasn't for we, they wouldn't have these expensive suits, these expensive hairdos, these luxurious cars, the affiliation with high society. They wouldn't even know it. You see what I'm talking about? They're special. The only time they are special is when they are actually doing the will of the people, working on behalf of the will of the people. They're special. So here we have this crooked bastard John Bell Edwards. Look, we're still early in the program, family. We're just 45 minutes in. You know, I can still, we're just 45 minutes in. Look, I'm just warming up. Look, here we have this guy, John Bell Edwards, who took an oath of office. Now, for those of you who don't know, every single elected official, 30 days after, a matter of fact, let's not go into the law. We're talking verbatim right here. We're talking loosely right here. Once you have a candidate on the ballot for whatever office, and that candidate should prevail or prevail, there is a certain time period in which that candidate supposed to, there is certain prerequisite that the candidate must fulfill before that candidate take any action under or in that office that he was elected to do. There is certain prerequisite. And this prerequisite, at least the first one, apply to every single politician we have in the territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. Every single one. Here is the first one. They must take an oath of office. They must. And in taking that oath of office, they're going to put one hand on the Bible, and they're going to put one hand up in the ear, and they're going to say, I swear or affirm that I will obey and abide by the laws of the United States Constitution and the laws and the authority of, in this case, the Louisiana Constitution. So help me God. They must do that. It's a must. It's a requirement. It's a prerequisite. And if they don't do that, that means that office is vacant. And everything that they do in that office, under the authority of that office, is null and void of law. Don't mean jack. Don't mean jack. Now, here we have John Bell Edwards. Here we have John Bell Edwards, the top dog, the highest political authority in this territory, out there taking bribes. Look. Look, let me tell you something. You ever hear the term white collar crime? Look, number one, white's white and not black collar crime. Why you call it white collar crime? You ever hear the term white collar crime? What's white collar crime? Somebody tell me. What is white collar crime? What does that mean? So if you have white collar crime, you're supposed to have black collar crime, right? Look, family, a crime is a crime. A crime is a crime, a crime is a crime. A crime is a crime, a crime is a crime. Crime. Black, white. Get out of here with that nonsense, man. When these elected officials, or when these people with social status commit crime or commit anything that violates the law, it's referred to as white collar crime. Or in our case, the average person, they will call it misdemeanor, which will still affect you. But check this out. John Bell Edwards is going about saying to people that, look, we need a special session as it's going on right now so that we can address the financial deficit here in the territory of Louisiana. And this is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Una, dos, tres, cuatro, tres, siete. Huh? Is 6 special such session since he's governor. He's crying, he's making the argument that the territory of Louisiana is in a default or does not have sufficient resources or money to conduct the business of the corporation. And he wants the legislative body to come back and find a way how he can get the required amount of money that he wants to run the affair of the corporation. One of the first group of people that he chose to put out there in the limelight is the people that who is benefiting from the Medicaid program. Now, this is my argument, or this is what I'm saying. John Bell Edwards should be ashamed of his goddamn self and every single member of the House or Senate should vote against or reject this special session when it is John Bell Edwards who is one. Look, there's so much, but look, it is John Bell Edwards who is authorizing a group of people to get lavish benefits and excessive pay for a function that they shouldn't be receiving that amount of pay for. It is John Bel Edwards who is taking a bribe from a special interest party so that he can put members on a board so that those board members can give outrageous money to that special group or that special organization. Wonder if I'm making any sense. Wonder if I lose anybody. Here we have John Bel Edwards utilizing his office and his authority as the governor to appoint people to boards, right? To appoint independent people, or to appoint people who are supposed to be independent, right, to boards, and on the back end taking a financial contribution from someone who directly have a conflict of interest. The governor is supposed to be appointing people, independent people, to a board to regulate certain activity out there. Listen to what I'm saying. The governor have the authority to create these boards or to appoint people to these boards. The people that are appointed to these boards supposed to have nothing to do with the function or with the group of people out there that they're going to be governing. What do I mean by that? Let me break it down. If I'm going to be the governor have the authority to appoint people to boards. Let's say it's a independent, let's say police monitor. Let's say him have the authority to appoint an independent police monitor to monitor NOPD. That independent police monitor supposed to be a neutral person, supposed to be somebody who don't have haven't served in NOPD, don't have any family in NOPD, independent. Nobody can at any point at the game point. That's no, you have a conflict of interest. So you are independent. Here we have the governor with the authority to appoint some independent people, right, on this board to govern some pilots, some captains, ship captains, right? And these people are supposed to be independent, but at the same time, here's the governor over here taking money from someone with conflict of interest so that the governor can appoint these people over here so they can be giving these captains over $600,000 a year, over $500,000 a year, over $40,000 annually for travel expense, gas expense. And you're talking about don't have any resource. You want to tax the people of New Orleans more when you over there wasting and squandering the resources of Louisiana and at the same time taking a bribe in doing it. We have what is known right now. There is assets. There is assets that the state treasury cannot account for in the excess of millions of dollars. We don't have a situation where Louisiana don't have the resources, are not generating the resources. What we have here is waste. Is waste, total disregard for the rule of law, and cronyism. That's what we have. That's what we have. Now, family, look, we're going to take a short break. We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back in the second half of the program, and we're going to dive
can't stop the work of King Selassie until the praise Most High. Hurt the heart, but you can't hurt the soul. Trusting on the Almighty more and more. Me no wonder no devil control. God does me guide when me a play life role. Hurt the heart, but you can't hurt the soul. Trusting on the Almighty more and more. Me no wonder no devil control. God does me guide when me a play. Where me love him and him kingdom me a go tour. Love me so much me no have to kick off no door. Just for receiving more and more. Every day he then broke out like a sword. Good over evil and Tony be sure. Now live a Kingston but me live a Portmore. When me meditate upon the seashore. Talking to the rich and also to the poor. Hurt the heart but you can't hurt the soul. Trusting on the Almighty more and more. Me no wonder no devil control. God does me guide when me a play life role. Hurt the heart but you can't hurt the soul. Trusting on the Almighty more and more. Me no wonder no devil control. God does me guide when me a play. I lift my hands to the hills, come at health. I know no worship vanity now wealth. Lace up me shoes and buckle on me belt. And palm me head when me tilt off me felt. Like a butt against and that's a deed and a melt. We them right it no two we as wrong. Almighty God is a living man, don't you overstand. Hurt the heart but you can't hurt the soul. Trusting on the Almighty more and more. Me no wonder no devil control. God does me guide when me a play life role. Hurt the heart but you can't hurt the soul. Trusting on the Almighty more and more. Me no wonder no devil control. God does me guide when me a play. Look how much black people like on the chain. After them release the chuckle and chain. Bring us education, that's what we obtain. Them one we worshiping at the wrong way. On the Babylon and I go lose on the fame. Now go drink no wine, we not go sniff no cocaine. Rastafari we come to proclaim. Proclaim. Hurt the heart but you can't hurt the soul. Trusting on the Almighty more and more. Me no wonder no devil control. God does me guide when me a play life role. Hurt the heart but you can't hurt the soul. Trusting on the Almighty more and more. Me no wonder no devil control. God does me guide when me a play. Where me love him and him kingdom me a go tour. Love me so much me no have to kick off no door. Just for receiving more and more. Every day he then broke out like a sword. Good over evil and Tony be sure. Now live a Kingston but me live a Portmore. When me meditate upon the seashore. Talking to the rich and also to the poor. Hurt the heart but you can't hurt the soul. Trusting on the Almighty more and more. Me no wonder no devil control. God does me guide when me a play life role. Hurt the heart but you can't hurt the soul. Trusting on the Almighty more and more. I defend the down first is a must. You don't need an I fight now first. Cause everything them say them rightful won't belong to us. My father don't tell I and I everything shall fall to I and I is a must. So Babylon set the liberty every day another one bite the dust. My Lord, you don't have to say you're sorry for all the wrongs that you have done. Come on, brother man, don't despair. Although we forgive 7 times 7, still the damage already done. So much damage already done. Stop and listen a while to meditation's time. Going straight to your mind, to your wicked and wild. Only way you can deal with these vibes is to free up the soul and mind. Yaga, 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 yo. You don't have to say you're sorry for all the wrongs that you have done. I don't want a sad story, 'cause the damage already done. Oh, the damage already done. Everybody wants their peace of mind, trying to justify how they deal with mankind. Sometimes I wonder how they sleep at night time, when all the damage already done. Oh, the damage already done. Stop and listen a while to meditation's time. Going straight to your mind, to your wicked and wild. Only way you can deal with these vibes is to free up your soul and mind. Ayaga, yaga, 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 yo. You don't have to say you're sorry for all the wrongs that you have done. I don't want a sad story, 'cause the damage already done. Oh, the damage.
Yes, brothers and sisters, welcome back, welcome back. You're listening to The Proven Truth. You're listening to The Proven Truth with your brother and host Anthony Brown. Coming to you live from the studio of Radio Gumbo Creole here in the beautiful territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. Family, we are talking about the Constitution, its authority, its purpose, its function, and the fact that we here in the territory of New Orleans, Louisiana, have political players, have politicians at all branch of government who fails to recognize, honor, and obey the law of the land. The law of the land. We outlined to you in the first part of the show that every single elected official, before commencing any single act as an elected official, must take an oath of office. And what is an oath of office? An oath of office is basically signing the contract establishing a fiduciary duty to we the people. An oath of office is an exercise by which that elected official place one hand on the Bible, put one hand in the ear, and swear to we the people and to Almighty God that they will uphold, honor, obey, and abide by the Constitution of the United States and of the territory of Louisiana. So help them God. Then they execute that document with a signature, creating a binding contract with we the people. And here it is. We have these politicians using their office for a financial gain outside what we the people authorize them to do. Now, some may call that white crime or white collar crime. We don't care what color you want to associate with it. It's a crime. Here in New Orleans, we have a local government structure here in the territory of New Orleans. One of the most corrupted local government you can find in the Union of the United States. Let me say that one more time. The local government structure here in the territory of New Orleans is one of the most politically corrupted structure you can find in the Union of the United States. Most politically corrupted. We have members right now sitting on the city council who form a part of this new administration, the Cantrell administration, who we know for a fact should be in jail, should be disbarred, should be facing serious sanction and penalty from we the people. We have members of this local government here in the territory of New Orleans who know for a fact that the people of Louisiana, the people of New Orleans, are losing what is rightfully theirs under the authority of the municipal corporation without any legal authority to do so. And they are keeping quiet on the topic just because they are also reaping a financial gain. They are criminals. All of them criminals. We have a company, Acorn Information System LLC, doing business here as civicsource.com, selling, auctioning people property without any constitutional basis, but with the backings of corrupted elected officials here in New Orleans. Let me say that one more time. We have a company, a LLC, limited liability company, licensed in Delaware through the Secretary of State as Acorn Information System LLC. doing business in the territory of New Orleans as civicsource.com, who is literally stealing people's property, robbing people of their property, kicking people out of their houses, and taking away people's property without any legal authority or constitutional basis. And they are doing so with the blessing of the New Orleans City Council. They are doing so with the blessings of the New Orleans City Council. They are doing so with the blessing of the New Orleans City Council. Civic Source, in an attempt to obtain legitimacy, in an attempt to obtain constitutional authority, in 2014, went deep into the pockets. The CEO, Byron Burroughs, went deep into his pocket 2014 and bribed some people. Bribed Mitch Landrieu, bribed Errol G. Criminal Williams, bribed members of the judiciary, bribed members of the New Orleans City Council, bribed members of the Louisiana Municipal Corporation, bribed members of the Louisiana Sheriff Association, bribed some people, bribed people of the Louisiana legislative body. Byron Barone went deep in his pocket in an attempt to get constitutional authority. 2014, went deep in his pocket and bribed elected, appointed officials here in the territory of New Orleans, Louisiana, so that they could place on the ballot a constitutional amendment that would give them the authority to do what they are doing here today, or what they are continuing to do here today, which is to rob people of Louisiana of what is rightfully theirs. They did get on the ballot after bribing all of these above, a constitutional amendment. They did achieve their objective by getting the amendment on the ballot. But did the ballot pass? Did the people of Louisiana grant Civic Source the authority that it so seeks under the amendment, which was amendment number 3? Family, you guys can go and, I think, look, it's a Googleable document. You guys can go and Google it. A matter of fact, you could go to Ballotpedia. You can go to Ballotpedia and you will get, if you go to Ballotpedia, you will pull up a document similar to this one that I have in my hands right now. Louisiana Tax Collector involvement in tax sales, comma, amendment number 3, 2014. That's the heading on top of it. Louisiana tax collector involvement in tax sales, amendment number 3, 2014. Let me read this document to you. This is what it says. The Louisiana tax collector involvement in tax sale, amendment number 3, was on the November 4th, 2014 ballot in Louisiana as a legislatively referred constitutional amendment, where it was defeated. Defeated, the word defeated is bold in black. So the world can see that it was defeated. It was not passed. In this case, the word defeated means not passed. The measure, no, they're going into some commentary, tell you what the measure was all about. The measure would have permitted authorized private firms to assist local look, I'm emphasizing certain words here now. I'm not doing it because I'm slow. No, I'm not slow. Look, if I was slow, I would tell you I'm slow. I don't care what you think about me. If I was slow, I would tell you I'm slow. So, but I'm emphasizing certain words because I want to emphasize it, so you can retain it and remember it. These words assist local government. Again, for the first 60 minutes or 70 minutes of the show, what have we been talking about? The Constitution, right? The Constitution. Both the United States Constitution and the Louisiana Constitution. And what did we say? In this Constitution, did we the people authorize or give to a private corporation any authority to work on our behalf? Did we the people? Look, maybe I'm wrong, Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I'm not, look. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. If I'm wrong, I apologize. And to everybody out there who I make mention of the name, if I'm wrong, I apologize to you too. But for me to apologize, or for me to be wrong, someone out there would have to come to me, call me, text me, or contact me and say, Anthony, man, you miss a page, or you miss a section, or you miss a paragraph in the Constitution that authorize a private company, a LLC, to conduct any business as it relates to Article 7 of the Constitution, or you miss a paragraph, a page, or a section that give a private company or a LLC any authority under the Constitution. Let me say that again. For me to be wrong, and again, I could be, because sometimes look, I've been going through this document now since 2009 or 2014, and I could be wrong. And again, if I'm wrong, I apologize. Sincerely do. But for me to be wrong, That means someone would have to prove to me that within this document, the Louisiana Constitution, I missed a page, I overlooked a page, I missed a paragraph or a section that authorize a private entity that gets its authority through the Secretary of State LLC to operate or conduct any function under the Constitution. And if somebody can show me that, I will keep my black ass quiet. Amen, and so let it be. You follow me? It says assist local government. Why the word assist is so important? Why the word assist is so important? Because they cannot conduct anything with under the authority of the Constitution, because they are not a part of the government. They cannot operate under the Constitution. Look, I said it in the beginning of the program, and maybe for those of you who miss it, I'll say it again. We the people drafted this document, the Constitution, for them over there, sir. Who is them? Those group of people who form or who operate under that entity we call government. Okay? So the Constitution, you want me to break it down? You want me to break it down? Okay. Here we have a document. Let's call this document document A. Here we have this document. We'll call it document A. And document A applies to doctors. Okay? Applies to doctors. Okay? Now, over here, we have a group of attorneys. Okay? Would document A apply to these attorneys over here? Couldn't. Document A couldn't apply to attorneys. Number one, we're talking about two different plateaus, two different mindsets, two different group of people, two different authority, two different job title. How the hell can you apply, or these attorneys over here can be quoting from document A as their authority? They ain't doctors. They ain't believe in saving lives. They ain't take the Hippocratic oath. That's not what they are about. No. For the most part, over here, they are about going inside court and speak the private language and lie so that one party may achieve over another party. So we have to create a totally different document for them guys over here, so we call attorneys. Because right off the bat, their old mindset is of a devious one. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing when you come on to the Constitution. The Constitution was drafted, was passed and ratified for government. Who is government? Who are the people who make up government? For you to be a part of government, one, you must go through a process whereby you come to we the people, your name is entered upon a ballot, we the people scrutinize you for some amount of time, an election date must be set, we the people go inside that ballot and mark an X beside your name. If enough of us put an X beside the name, then you now become that you become the candidate, or you become, you know, for whatever office, you become the person for that office. That's how you found. That's how you become a part of government. Or once we elect you through that process, where you go through the ballot, once we elect you, right, then with your authority that we delegate to you, you can go out and now appoint some other person to run some department or division or farmer committee or something. So through appointment, you see what I'm talking about? So it's either through the electoral process by vote or through the appointment process through delegation of authority. You feel me? That's how you become a part of government. And then you must then now have to abide by this document, which is the Constitution. So, how can you operate? You cannot operate under the authority of the Constitution if you're not a part of government, or if you're not government. That is why this word assist local government is so important. The word assist in and of itself is a key word right here. A matter of fact, let's back up 3 more words. It says, okay, let's go back to the beginning. The measure would have permitted, you heard it said? It would have permitted, authorized, how that authorization is going to come in. I'll show it to you in a second. Would have permit, authorized, private. You notice the word again, private? So all these words key, you know. The word permit is key. The word authorize is key. The word private firm is key. And the word assist is key. As a matter of fact, the word, all them words key. All them goddamn words key, man. Assist local government in the tax sale process, comma. The measure would have permitted authorized private firms to assist local government in the tax sale, comma, including in the sale of property for delinquent taxes, period. Period. Delinquent property taxes. That is the purpose of CivicSource.com. That is what CivicSource Acorn Information System is doing here in the territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. They are selling, auctioning people property as it relates to delinquent property tax. They are selling, auctioning people property as it relates to delinquent property tax, as it relates to the activity under Article 7 of the Louisiana Constitution. The measure would have mandated that the fee charged by the firm be included within the cost that the collector may recover in the tax sale, period. My brothers and sisters, look, this is what they try to do. Amendment number 3. Amendment number 3, 2014. That is why members of the New Orleans City Council, that is why both the Landry and the Cantrell administration, that is why members of the Louisiana Tax Commission, that is why the crooked bastard John Bell Edwards, that is why all of them is trying to silence Anthony Brown. That is why Bernadette Johnson and her crony friends and the and the Civil District Court is trying to silence Anthony Brown. Because Anthony Brown can read. Because I can read. You see that? They're discriminating against me because I can read. I can comprehend what I read to. That's discrimination. I need to file a federal discrimination lawsuit against all the mass. They're discriminating against me because I can read, and they're discriminating against me because I'm utilizing my free speech. They're trying to silence me. Here we have it in black and white. What does that mean? That means if November 2014, Civic Source, with all the money that they spend on the people that they bribe, with all the politicians that they bribe here in Louisiana to get this amendment on the ballot, with all the politicians that they bribe to include that curry flavor Mitch Landry, that look, I don't know if I call his ass. This was what they was trying to do. Now, if they didn't have this authority and they didn't get it, what the hell is Civic Source still doing here, operating in New Orleans, Louisiana, robbing people of their property, auctioning off people's property? If November 4th, 2014, they didn't have the authority, the people of Louisiana didn't give them the authority, what the goddamn hell is Civic Source doing in Louisiana, selling and auctioning people property on the platform? What? They are doing it because they got a deep pocket. They are doing it because the CEO of Civic Source, Acorn Information System LLC, have some high-priced attorneys which they're going around the territory of New Orleans, Louisiana, telling people how they're rendering a service. In other words, they're robbing people, but they are doing it because they got criminals, they got elected officials, they got politicians in the back pocket. That's why Civic Source is here today. Look, go read. Reading is fundamental. Go read it for yourself. They are creating the largest homeless population here in the territory of Louisiana without any legal authority. You think Bernadette Johnson don't know that? The Chief Justice of the Louisiana Supreme Court and all our other so-called associated justice and the Supreme Court, they don't know that? They know that. You know why they know that? Let me tell you why. It was because of what happened in the Louisiana Supreme Court in 2008 and early 2014. Why these criminals, why Civic Source was to go around the territory of Louisiana and bribe politicians like Mitch Landry, like Errol Williams, like members of the City Council, Stacey Head, bribe them through what you call the financial campaign and donation and shit. Bribe members of the the Louisiana Municipal Corporation, bribe members of the Louisiana Sheriff Association, bribe members of the Louisiana legislature, bribe them. What bribe mean? To bribe someone, let me tell you what bribe mean. God damn it. To bribe somebody is to give somebody money or something of worth, either money or what you call it, or perks. Give them cash money or perks. You know, everybody throw them a couple of tickets to go watch the Saints, throw them a couple of tickets to go watch the Pelican, by give them a couple of tickets to go watch the latest movie that come out, latest blockbuster movie that came out, by give them a couple of tickets so they can go spend in a private resort with the wife and sweetheart and concubine. That's what bribe is. So that they could, in return, do something for them by getting this constitutional amendment on the ballot. But with all the bribing that Byron Barrows did, with all the bribing and the money that he spent in 2014, we the people of Louisiana was on the job. We were on the job. We know that there was something wrong. And we ain't stupid. We are the ones who authorize and create the Constitution. So why then, at this point in stage, over 2 centuries, close to 2.5 centuries, we are now going to authorize a LLC, a limited liability corporation, a for-profit company, to come and operate under the authority of the Constitution? We ain't buffoons. We ain't stupid. Look, some of us maybe smoking the weed or taking opioid, but goddamn, it's just a small amount of us doing that shit. Why would we? You see, look, you see the words? You see what would happen? This is what we are saying. If this measure had passed, if we the people had fallen asleep and this measure had passed, amendment number 3 had passed, this was what would have happened. The measure would have permitted authorized private firms to assist. You know what assist means? What does the word assist mean? Somebody tell me. God damn it, man. Come on. What does the word assist mean? Look, you can assist me to wire this goddamn roof, to wire this house. Yeah, you can assist me to wire this house right here. Put in the lights, put in the switches, put in the outlet. You can assist me. Yeah, you can assist me. You can give me a bottle of water when I'm thirsty. You can bring the ladder off of the truck inside this room. You can bring me my pliers, my screwdriver, my tools. You can assist me. Yeah. You know, if I'm hungry, you can go buy my lunch and come give it to me. You can assist me. You can hold the fixtures for me so that I can wire it safely and according to code and requirements. You can assist me. What does assist mean? Does assist mean you can go and actually do the work of an electrician? Hell no. Does the word assist here means that Civic Source can actually go and operate as a tax collector? Hell no. The word is assist. The word is assist. No. Why did it say that the measure would permit an authorized private company? This is what I'm saying, my brothers and sisters. For those of you who think that the members of the New Orleans City Council ain't fully aware of this. For those of you who think that John Bell Edwards and his administration ain't fully aware of this, for those of you who think that the Louisiana Tax Commission, look, the Louisiana Tax Commission, I'm testifying here now. I'm testifying. The Louisiana Tax Commission, the boards, the members that form the boards, every single one of them, from the chairman come all the way down to this other chronic guy that represents New Orleans, is fully aware of the illegal conduct of Herald Criminal G. Williams, is fully aware of the misapplication of the Constitution as it applies to the people of Louisiana. Why? Because I informed them of such. I did that. I break the law down for them. No, I'm no goddamn attorney and I don't want to be an attorney. I'm not saying I'm an attorney. You don't have to be an attorney to read, to comprehend the written words. No. I went back into history from day one, and I showed them certain terms and phrases that they are utilizing. I showed them that the application as it relates to them ad valorem tax is misapplied for the purpose of generating revenue for the municipal corporation, which is a theft in and of itself, to utilize or to take something that you have no authority to take. It's theft. You can call it white collar crime if you want to call that crap white collar crime. It's theft. Go look in there. Go look. You want to know what theft is? Look in the revised statute. I think, what is it? Revised title 13. You go look for yourself. And you come tell me if I'm wrong. They know for a fact that Civic Source is a criminal organization. No, let me take that back. Let me take that back. Let me take that back. That last sentence. Civic Source, or Acorn Information System LLC, have the authority under the Secretary of State to perform certain functions. Follow me carefully. Civic Source, Acorn Information System LLC /civicsource.com have the legal authority, just like any other LLC, to perform certain function, right, under the Articles of Corporation as any other LLC in the goddamn private sector. In the private sector. In the private sector. They have no authority to operate, and they could never have any authority to operate under the authority of the Constitution. Could never. Unless Byron Barrows, hold on there. Hold on. Let me tell you something. Let's go to it. Let's go to it, Dandy. Let's go to it. Okay. Okay. Here is the only way that they can operate under the authority of the Constitution is if Byron Barrows, the Chief Executive Officer of Civic Source, William Sassaman, Michael Cushman, and Byron Danos. These are the members of Acorn Information System LLC. These are the people who are robbing you of your property here in Louisiana. These are the criminals. Again, they're a private company, but they are doing it with the blessing of political actors here in Louisiana. The only way Civic Source could operate under the Constitution of Louisiana is if Byron P. Burroughs, Williams Sassaman, Chief Technical Officer, Byron Danos, Michael Cushman, go or come to we the people, run for public office, right? And then we the people elect them to public office, then, and at that point, they could operate under the authority of the Constitution, both the United States Constitution and the Constitution of Louisiana. They have no goddamn right to be selling or auctioning people property here in Louisiana. None. You think that the New Orleans City Council don't know this? You think the New Orleans City Council don't know this? You think that the municipal corporation, the last one and the present, don't know this? Mitch Landrieu took a bribe from Byron Barone. Mitch Landrieu, Mitch criminal cronyism Landrieu, that white black ass criminal supposed to be spending time with Ray Nagin. He's supposed to be sharing his goddamn self with Ray Nagin. He know this. You think Cantrell don't know this? You think Latanya Cantrell don't know this neither? Hell yes, she know this. When she was out there on the ballot running, I was out there on the ballot running too. You think she don't know this? Huh? You think John Bell Edwards don't know this? You think the Louisiana Supreme Court don't know this? They know this. Because what happened, the only reason why the CEO went and bribed the politicians here in Louisiana was because the Louisiana Supreme Court told Civic Source, Errol G. Williams and Mitch J. Landrieu that look, they have no authority to operate under the Constitution to do what they're doing. They have no authority. Now, look, I'm no goddamn fan of the Louisiana Supreme Court. More so of Bernadette Johnson. Let me see. Or, there's only 2 members there who, and the Louisiana Supreme Court, who we don't call out on this program. And the only reason why we don't call them out is because we believe that they are actually doing the job and abiding by the Constitution. When we bring evidence to them that the Constitution was being violated, they give us the authority, or they give us a chance to let our voices be heard or to present the argument in the Louisiana Supreme Court. Bernadette Johnson denied us. There's nothing justice or chief about her little short black ass. All she's there for is a financial gain, like all of them. We have people here in the territory of Louisiana sleeping underneath every single bridge. There's not one bridge here in the territory of New Orleans that you can find, that you can go to, and there's not a homeless family. We have people here in the territory of New Orleans sleeping on the bridges, sleeping on the bus stops, sleeping at the front of people's stores, the front of people's business, because we have criminals that's supposed to be behind bars, serving in public office, calling themselves honorable. You ever hear the term, the Honorable Harold G. Williams, the Honorable Bernadette Johnson, the Honorable Paul, you ever hear the term honorable? How the hell these people get honorable in front of the name? How the hell these people get honorable in front of the name? There is nothing honorable about these people. They are criminals. Here it is, we the people in a Harold G. Criminal Williams been taking care of this criminal for the past 30 years. Putting food on his table. Taking care of him, his wife, and his daughters. Yes, we do that. That big house in New Orleans that he's bragging about. That big mansion and that multi-car garage in New Orleans that he's bragging about. Who you think? Who you think give it to him? Or how you think he got it? Yeah, we know some of the money he got by taking bribes and looking the other way. We know that. But if it was we the people who put him in public office, he wouldn't have that. You criminal crony bastard.
Those who came across your partner like them lost. Sure. And he replied, say, circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should understand. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should know. May sound strange, might sound foolish, but things are getting better.